Hello and welcome, I am Miss Bizz and I'm here to give you a Guild Finder preview for the Guild Finder that is coming with the Elder Scrolls Online chapter, Elsweyr. Elsweyr is an upcoming chapter for Elder Scrolls Online, and you get the beautiful Khajiit land, including the city of Rimmon that I am standing in right now, if you're wondering where I am. I am on the public test server, so you might see some funny things, like I might have too much gold, or crown store might only cost 1 crown each for items. That's because I am on a test server and not on the live server for this video. What I want to show you today is one of the new features that's coming with Elsweyr. And keep in mind, when I say it's coming with Elsweyr, it's coming at the same time, but it's in the base game update. This means you do not need to own the Elsweyr chapter in order to take advantage of this, whether that means applying for guilds or listing your own. You do not need to own the chapter. This will be part of the base game for everyone. New to the guild window here is this beautiful recruitment tab, so you can go ahead and check it out. If you own a guild, or you're an officer with permissions, you can actually go ahead and list your guild in the Guild Finder. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. As you can see, your default is not listed. So when you make a guild, if you've got a guild already with a bunch of small friends, don't worry, your guild will not be listed publicly. You need to go ahead and actually list it. So let's get going with this. So here you can see all your options when you go to list your guild. Your primary focus, your secondary focus, as well. You can click on a bunch of additional activities. By default, all roles are selected. Selecting all roles is pretty much the same as selecting none, but it will not allow you to select none. So if you're a general guild, a trading guild, just make sure you have all roles selected. But if you're a trials guild, you might only be looking for certain roles at the time. Same idea with minimum champion points. You can fill this in if you need. For the guild I'm doing this for, Lone Wolf Help, that I lead, that's obviously not needed. Go ahead, fill everything out. Keep in mind you can change this information later, and then you can go ahead and list your guild. There we go. Lone Wolf Help is listed on the Guild Finder. Now, how do you find guilds? Well, if you do not have a guild, when you press G on PC to bring up your guild window here, you're actually going to get the Guild Finder screen automatically. All right. If you are part of a guild, you're going to have to click your name, go to the Guild Finder. This is as long as you have, any amount of guilds here, you're going to have to go to the Guild Finder. And here you can actually filter it down. Well, what kind of activities am I looking for? Let's say I'm looking for trials. What else? Maybe I'm also looking for it to be balanced. And what else can I look for? Here I can see what alliance the guild is. Now, for the most part, this usually is not important, so selecting none is same as selecting all. Roles, doesn't matter. Here you go, pick your language. Active members. Active members is how many members have logged into the game that are part of that guild in the last 30 days. That is what this means. So that kind of tells you how active the guild is. Maybe you want a smaller, tighter knit guild. Maybe you want a guild that is a little bit busier. So go ahead. We're going to see if we are able to find our own guild. Now, I'm not quite sure if I am able to because, I'm the one who listed it. So I may not be able to, but we'll see. Now, I can't quite find Lone Wolf Help, but that may be because I am already in the guild. So we're going to go ahead and have someone apply to Lone Wolf Help and see how that whole application process works. If you're looking to invite someone specific to your guild, you can head over to your recruitment tab into the guild listing section, and you'll notice at the bottom of the screen, if I press R, it does a link in chat. Now, if I go ahead and post this link in chat, it is actually a clickable link for you and whoever sees it to bring up your guild listing. And here we go. When someone applies to your guild, you're actually going to get a notification in your notifications window. Now, there is some new options for different ranks in guilds. Anyone who is able to actually deal with the applications will get this notification at the same time. Here I can see there's one outstanding application for Lone Wolf Help. So I'm going to go to the applications list. This is the same as if I opened up my guild window and went to the recruitment tab and checked out received applications. Here is what information I can actually find out about the player who is applying. Level, their class, the alliance, their achievement points, and of course their little note that they chose to write in when they applied for the guild. Something else, it does expire. If you do not accept it for 15 days, guess what? That application is going to go out the window. So we can go ahead and accept that application because this is actually one of my officers. And there we go. They are now part of Lone Wolf Help. You do have an option to have a response message to be pre-filled for when you decline application. So you do have that option. This could be very handy, especially if you're a trade guild or something like that. But you definitely can have a canned response that goes out to anyone you decline. Now, speaking of who can actually manage the applications, that is where some new permissions that have been invented come into play. Here you can see that you can give this is actually the officer role in Lone Wolf Help. Here I can allow my officers to manage the blacklist. In order to manage the blacklist, they have to have the remove members option. I can also allow them to manage applications. In order to do that, they must have the invite members option. Now, all of these are actually going to be off by default when you start, except for, of course, the guild master. So you can go ahead and save those if you do want your officers to be able to help you manage your applications. Another thing you could actually do that is now part of the game that the Guild Finder exists is blacklist members. So let's say I want to go ahead and blacklist Kat here. I'm going to go to my recruitment tab, head to my blacklist section, and say, hey, I'm going to blacklist you. Now, I have to be able to spell his name though. Right, now, let's see, they are part of the guild currently. As you can see, this shows them as leaving the guild. They are no longer part of Lone Wolf Help. Says I kicked them, as well added to the blacklist. You of course can come back and look and see, hey, look at that. This user is blacklisted. And here's the note on why somebody blacklisted them. Now you can't really tell who blacklisted who, but hopefully your officers can be trusted and leave some valid notes. When someone is blacklisted, they are not able to actually apply to your guild anymore, nor can they find your guild in the Guild Finder. Now, if you're in the position where you're not listing a guild, but you're actually looking to find a guild, here's where we're getting into that. Go to your Guild Finder section. You can actually put in an application message. This is the default for any application you do for a guild. We'll save an application message just in case, and then we're going to go get looking for a guild. So here I went ahead and I selected 4 activities from here. I selected the casual playstyle. I went to additional filters, filtered for alliance, language, all that kinds of stuff. And I was able to find a couple different guilds. I, of course, used different selections on the side as well. Stuga's Seekers is actually the guild I'm looking to apply as. That's Kat's guild, so let's see. Do you know how long we've been looking for you? Stuga seems to have a problem finding who she is looking for, so we can help her find that particular person. Wow. Well, this is going to be interesting. Hopefully Stuga doesn't start stalking me again after this. As you can see, I had filled out the default application message that automatically pops up, but I am able to actually change it, and I can see just exactly what information I am giving to the guild, what my achievement points are at, what my class is, and all of that. I'm going to go ahead and submit my application. Here I can find my applications under active applications and see, this is exactly how I would show up for Cat on the other side, who is probably right now debating if he should let me in or not. Here we go. It looks like Cat has made a decision on if I can join Stugga's Seekers. And it was declined? I just wanted to show you that, yes, if you are declined, you will be notified so that you can know you can start looking for another guild. Now, let's try that again. Here I'm going to go ahead and try to apply for the guild again. Here we can see we have a notification. Did we get accepted? Oh my goodness, we were accepted. As you can tell, I don't actually need to click anything. It automatically adds me to Stugga's Seekers Guild. I don't need to worry about actually accepting it twice or anything like that, and that includes that if you're offline, you will automatically get added to the guild as soon as you get in and get this beautiful notification to let you know whether your application was approved or denied. Now, I'm going to ask my friend here to actually blacklist me so we can see what it looks like. When you are part of a guild, but you do not have any permissions to actually deal with the blacklist or the invitations or anything, you can also see the recruitment tab and press R to link in chat so that you can invite others to join the guild. Now, I just had asked Cat to blacklist me, so I was actually removed from the guild right then and there. So I am now blacklisted. I'm no longer in the guild, and if I actually go ahead and look for the guild exactly like I had before, I am unable to see it. It no longer will show up in the guild finder, so I cannot spam invites or anything like that. I am blacklisted from Stugga's Seekers. Well, that's everything I wanted to show you about the upcoming guild finder coming with Elsweyr in Elder Scrolls Online. If you have any questions about this guild finder, please go ahead, leave your comments below. I'd love to answer your questions if I am able, and yes, this will be on console as well. Actually, the UI, like finding the guild finder on console, is even more obvious, and it's actually a really nice UI on console. Unfortunately, I don't have time to show you what it looks like. You'll be able to see it when Elsweyr comes out for you. Like I said, leave a comment below. Let me know how useful you believe this is going to be, and enjoy your day. Thanks for joining me. Bye for now.